What is up, guys? It is Sunday the 9th of October and this is your tech news roundup. First up, credit card fraud is a big issue. All you need is a picture of a front and a picture of a back and you're good to go, right? You're free to spend money on whatever you wish. But there are people working to fix this issue. Oberthur Technologies, working with banks in the UK, is trying to implement credit cards that have little displays on the back with a security number. So instead of one fixed number, it's a number that changes every hour. This means that regardless if someone else steals your card or not, that security number is still changing, so it's effectively useless. Oberthur Technologies claim they've worked with French banks to get it in consumer hands by the end of the year, and they're working with banks in the UK in an attempt to get it in UK hands by 2017, which actually is really cool. This is the kind of security that credit/debit cards have needed for quite a while, because a photo can be extremely powerful, but if you have a small display that's constantly changing, it means that it's highly likely that credit card fraud will just plummet, because it's so much harder. Credit card fraud meant that banks had to pay out roughly £750 million last year in 2015, with roughly 20,000 people affected. So it's not a small deal. And with cybersecurity becoming a bigger and bigger talking point, this is a big step, at least if you own a credit or debit card and use it regularly, in making sure that people don't steal your payment information. In other news, the third annual Oculus Rift event happened. It was the Oculus Connect developers conference, and it being the third year of it, it was called Oculus Connect 3. Who would have guessed? The owner of Oculus, Mark Zuckerberg, and by owner of Oculus I mean owner of parent company Facebook, announced that the touch controllers that they announced over a year ago will finally be shipping in December for $200. Oculus has a lot of ground to make up, because they were in the lead of the VR race like 2-3 years ago, and all of a sudden HTC turned up with the Vive, and Oculus just kind of stagnated, and now they really have to catch up. They also announced that you'll be able to buy additional motion sensors for the room, and it allows for room scale, that thing in HTC Vive where you can walk around a room and it you walk around in the game or in whatever you're doing. Yeah, that's finally coming to Oculus as well. The additional sensors will cost $79, so make sure you pick up one of those, and then the extra $200 for the motion controller, and all of a sudden it seems to be slightly more expensive than the HTC Vive. One other thing they showed off was that they're making a sort of mid-range standalone VR headset. Now, the way they showed it off looked an awful lot like the way that Apple showed off the iPad when that first came out, with like the mobile and then the Oculus Rift and you needing something in the middle, where Apple had the mobile and then the laptop and you needing something else in the middle. We will, however, have to wait and see if it's actually any good, so wait until December and then wait until next year for the new piece of kit. Finally, I'm not the only one having issues with a Samsung phone, believe it or not, as two of the newly issued, like the fixed Note 7s blew up this week. If you thought you were safe, you're really not. One caught fire in an airplane, whilst the other caught fire in someone else's house, and Samsung, just give up at this point. I think what you really need to do is just cut your losses, take back all of the Note 7s, give everyone like an S7 or S7 Edge, and then like a huge voucher to something, or like some sort of gift as a sorry, and just focus on the S8. When the first fixed Note 7 caught fire, people went, oh yeah, just, you know, it happens every now and again, it's a complete coincidence, and it's completely nothing to worry about. And now it's happened a second time. That's really not the case, is it? We'll have to see if Samsung have to issue a second major recall, which would be a huge issue for them. But for now, I'm just looking to get my own phone fixed. Or replaced. Preferably replaced, actually. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit like. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure why you're still here. However, you can click up here to see the previous video, which was just me ranting about Samsung, quite rightfully so, if you ask me. However, if you don't want to hear me rant about Samsung, you can also click up here to see a random video, and it could be absolutely anything, so go check that out, because there's like a whole Snappy-Tech library that you haven't seen yet. Hit subscribe to see more videos like this one, and trust me, you really want to do that. I will see you guys next time.